HyddenWell farmers. It's good to see everybody this evening. And, I'm always intrigued in veterinary practice about communication. Communication, I think, is very, very important in any profession. But I don't know, because it's more me and it's my profession, veterinary profession, I think sometimes the miscommunications are a lot more funny, a lot more hilarious, if you would. So just to kind of give you a couple of quick examples before I get into my story this evening, I have a client that came into my office mad as a hornet, and I had refilled a prescription for him, and I had written on the instructions to give 1 tablet every 12 hours. And he come back in and he was mad as a hornet because I had changed the instructions to read give 1 tablet every 12 hours instead of what it previously stated, give 1 tablet twice daily. So, it took a few minutes, but the look on his face when he realized that those were the same things was priceless. And then another one is we have these little dropper bottles, and there's been many a times that I have written on the labels to give a dropper full by mouth twice a day. And the owners will come in and the medicine hasn't worked to my satisfaction or the owner's satisfaction. We're rechecking it. And inevitably, when I begin to question them, they talk about how much medicine they have left over. And I get to question them, and instead of giving a dropper full twice a day, they're just giving a drop twice a day. So, you remember when I did the reflections about wisdom, you get wise about these things, but no matter how hard you try to explain this kind of stuff, there's always something that will escape you. And so, my friend Mike Smith, and I did name him because he's the one that got us in trouble. His horses, I went out and I saw them and I vaccinated them, and some of them had colds, and I took a jar of SMZ powder. It's an antibiotic that it's in a powder form, and they put a little apple flavoring in it, and what you do is you dose it out by just putting it on top of their feed every day. So the horse comes and you put it on top, they have to eat through it to get to the sweet feed or whatever. It's just a trick. It's an easy way to get the horse to take the medication. I explained to him that each one of the horses, all 5 of them, needed a tablespoon, not a teaspoon, but a tablespoon. Explain that to him, on top of their feed, once a day, every day, for 5 to 7 days. That was the instructions that I gave. And so, the next day, I get this picture. Let me explain this picture to you. Let me show it to you again. Mike had given the antibiotic powder to his wife. And he told her that each one of the horses needed a tablespoon. I can't really tell it. But he forgot to tell her. To put it on top of some feed. He just told her that each one of the horses needed a tablespoon, a spoonful of that antibiotic every day. And so she went down. God love her heart, she went down and she tried to dose each one of those horses with a spoonful of antibiotic powder. said it looked like all the horses had been snorting cocaine. I'm sorry. He said she had powder all over her, and horses were blowing, and that antibiotic was coming out their nostrils. They had it all over the front of their mouth. It looked like the horse cinnamon challenge. So I get this picture with an explanation, and just one little line in the text message. I forgot to tell her to put it on top of the feed. Oh, goodness. So, when you're giving instructions, there are 3 principles that I want you to remember. Number 1, never ever leave out the details. Number 2, never ever change the details. And number 3, make sure your client understands what the instructions actually mean. Oh, you gotta see the picture one more time. One more time. Bye.